Oh my goodness. Filaroni. Filaroni, I'm so sorry. That makes me laugh. That makes me laugh. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to X1 the Gamer. It is good to be back. It is a Wednesday. I missed Monday because I was on vacation. I was out of town. It's just how the cookie crumbles. It's how it works. But it's really good to be back. I'm excited. I couldn't wait. I was chomping at the bit. Let's get back. Let's hang out with everybody. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us here today on another stream. Monday, Wednesdays are our stream here on this channel. T-Bucks is here in the house. What's up, T-Bucks? My main man. How are you? Millsy is here as well. Millsy is coming at us from the UK. It's too early. Millsy, what time is it? What time is it where you're at? Can I guess? Is it 5? I'm going to guess it's 5:30 a.m. This just off the top of my head. I'm just guessing. 5:30? Earlier? What are we at? It's going to be very, very interesting. Very interesting. Indeed. Would love to know what everybody's been playing this week. Myself, I'm still hitting it strong. Still hitting it strong on the college football, baby. The college football 25. I almost said 29 there. It's not 29. College football 25. You must be Pacific Time X1. I'm in North Dakota, so I'm Central Time. Oh, I'm actually only an hour behind you. I am Mountain Standard Time, Filaroni. Dark Knight is here in the house. Yo, what's up, X1? What is up, Dark Knight? How you doing? Millsy, 4:30. Oh, I was off by an hour. I was off by just an hour. So close. Well, Millsy, what are you doing up so early? Okay, are you up early, or did you never go to bed? T-Buck says, I finished Expedition 33. Absolutely blew my mind. Dude, we should do a spoiler cast Expedition 33 discussion. I would love to go in deep and talk about Expedition 33, talk about the theories, talk about my builds, what I did, talk about how it ends, talk about what we can look forward to in the future. That would be a ton of fun. Maybe we do one. Maybe we do a deep dive for one of these live streams, T-Bucks. I would love it. Okay, T-Bucks, without giving away any spoilers, where does it rank? Are you as excited about it as I am? Are you as high on it as I am? It's definitely, right now, it's in my top 3 games of all time. It just did it for me. It did it. I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the artwork. I enjoyed the pacing. I enjoyed the fighting, the battles that are to be won. I enjoyed those. Abiotic Factor is a ton of fun. I've not played that. Major Nake, what's up? Welcome to the stream, my friend. Millsy, you just started work. Oh man, Millsy. Well, hey, I'm glad you could squeeze us in at work there. That's fun. Dark Knight says, man, I'm about at the end of Act 2. Got to finish it. Dark Knight, dude. It's so good. It's so good. T-Buck says, I don't even like turn-based, and I can't stop thinking about it. Exactly. Yeah, I think if you don't like turn-based games, in my opinion, this is the perfect game for you. This is the game that could, it's friendly enough, in my opinion, to be... It's friendly enough to introduce you to turn-based gaming if you didn't already like turn-based gaming. So super, super interesting. Interesting. Sorry, I'm looking at someone tagged me on a tweet. Super interesting. In fact, should we take a look at it here? Here's the tweet. Shout out to Raylan Levy, who reached out and tagged us on this. This is from Tom Warren as of 6 hours ago over at The Verge. Is this blown up full? It is. He says, Microsoft says it employed 228,000 people on a full-time basis as of June 30th, the same amount as 2024 before the most recent layoffs. 125,000 in the U.S. and 103,000 internationally. That's 100,000 less in the U.S. and 100,000 more internationally compared to 2024. Really interesting. So, I mean, basically, it is exactly what just based off the numbers, it is exactly what they said it was. They're getting rid of some management positions, probably leaning out some departments and working towards efficiency. So Rain Levy, thank you. He says, thought you would enjoy the numbers to talk about before the podcast this week. Crazy. The Fedora grifters told me it was way more than this. Sounds like they don't get credit. They don't give credit for any of the hiring of staff they do, unlike other companies just firing Xbox dead yet. Ha ha. Thanks for this interesting stuff. Very cool. Very, very cool. How's everybody doing this week? Hopefully you're having a great... We are Wednesday. We are halfway through the week. We're in the dead of summer, and it is boiling hot where I'm at for sure. Today we're going to talk really about, are the console wars over? I think for all intents and purposes they are. I think we're headed on to platform wars. I've seen that before. The platform wars are a little bit different. For instance, I think they're less polarizing. For instance, nobody's like, I'm an Amazon man. I'm an Amazon Prime man. I hate Netflix. Screw your Netflix, dude. I hate Disney. I'm a Netflix guy. I hate Disney. Like, nobody does that, right? But for whatever reason, when you have a physical item, a physical box, that is more divisive. So I think some of the fanboys wars will go away. I think that's just the nature of the way that platforms operate. They're like nobody's like, I'm on Steam, bro. Steam is better than Epic Games. I hate Epic Games. The Eppies. Is that the name of Epic Game Store? Guys, the Eppies over there are losers. It's so funny. Millsy says, I'm near the end of Expedition 33, game of the year for me. Amen, brother. I think that's I've not met anyone that's like, not for me. It's not for me. It wasn't for me. I've met people who have said that and have not yet played the game. They're basing that off of like the trailers and stuff, and that's fair. There's lots of games that I don't even try out because it doesn't look like it's for me. But anyone that has played it, I haven't heard them say, it wasn't for me. It's always in the top running for game of the year, for sure. Philaroni says, we got smoke in North Dakota. Like smoke from fires? That's crazy. Dark Knight says it will become the platform war. So what is it to be? Will it still be? Here's the thing, though. What's PlayStation's platform? PlayStation has PS Plus, but they're going to have to evolve PS Plus, in my mind, to make it the competitor to Game Pass. And I think Helldivers is going to prove that to them. I think that's going to they're going to have a ton of success with Helldivers. I already pre-ordered it. Helldivers is a fantastic game. Well done, PlayStation, for making that move. I think it's going to prove the theory that Xbox has already proved. That's the way to go. That timed exclusivity is the only path forward. Can I share my Helldiver story? Philaroni, please. Please do. JG King Crusher is here in the house. What's up, JG? Mr. King Crusher. I actually made it for a live. Hey, thank you very much, brother. Thank you for joining us, and welcome. What do we call this place? Do we call it something? The X1 Den? Welcome to the X1 Den. I don't want to use den. What am I, a wolf? I am kind of a wolf. More like a silver fox. More like a silver fox. Silver fox there. Anyways, we're going to cover the PS5 games coming to Xbox. What's there? We did a video on it this morning, actually, that dropped. We'll just talk a little bit about that. We'll go over some of the comments that popped up around that. We can go back full camera. We can go back to the full cameras for now. We're talking about Battlefield. We got some news on the Battlefields. That's right, the Battlefields of Life came out. Some BR news. We talked about that as well in either yesterday's video or today's video. It's going to be interesting to see what Battlefield is able to do. Is Battlefield BR going to be able to compete with the likes of Warzone? Is it going to be able to compete with the likes of Fortnite? Is it going to be able to compete with the likes of Apex? It's yet to be seen. It could. Anything can. But will it? We'll yet to see. We do have tomorrow the multiplayer trailer. That's right. Tomorrow is the multiplayer trailer. T-Buck says, man, I'm really hoping this one brings back the Battlefield 4 feel. I agree. I hope it's the Battlefield that we've wanted, the Battlefield we deserve. I haven't been in a Battlefield since 4. Agreed, actually. I never tried out and never jumped into 2042? I never jumped into that. The campaign, I've never played a Battlefield campaign, and the trailer here for Battlefield 6 campaign. In fact, let's watch it together. Let me pull it up here and we'll watch it together. It's doing stuff to me. I will probably play this campaign. It looks good, dude. It looks really good. I am excited for that. Let me fix the volume here. Before we jump into that, though, we do have to get to Filaroni's Helldiver story. Here's what he has to say. He says, so my brother is having knee stuff done on both legs and myself a hip replacement. He has Xbox, and that's it. I got PS5 and PC. The fact we have a game to play together soon is amazing. Dude, first of all, knees are no joke. I've had knee surgery. I know my father has had knee replacement, and that's changed his life, by the way. Hip replacement, good luck to you, good sir. Fast recovery. I hear that changes lives as well. So will be fun. But yeah, I am really excited for Battlefield 6 campaign. Unlike, I wasn't really interested. I was like, yeah, we'll see. Yes, the multiplayer, for sure, we'll check it out. We'll see what the multiplayer trailer. I did not expect to like the Battlefield campaign trailer as much as I do. Shall we watch it, guys? Let's pull it up. Let's pull it up. Here we go. Am I in the way? Is my big face in the way? Look how big my face is. I gotta like back up. It's a big face. X1 big face cam. The big face cam. Here we go.
My fellow citizens. My fellow. We will prevail.
We're ready, Mr. President.
My fellow citizens. Today represents a dark day in our history. With this monstrous, unprovoked attack, no country is safe from their reach. For all those serving on our behalf, our prayers go with you. For the Pax Armada mercenaries who are watching now, I have a message. It's over.
It's over. Dude, that's so good. We're going across the U.S.
Send it.
The Hoover Dam. Ooh. Dude, how can you not? Let's loop this. How can you not just be absolutely blown away and excited by that? So that looks so good. Anybody in chat think that this doesn't look good? Major Nick says exactly I think what everyone's thinking. Battlefield campaigns are usually meh, but I'm excited for this one. Exactly. Like, this looks so good. Game On Jesse is here now. So what's up, Game On Jesse? Thank you very much for joining us. Me loves the Xbox. Me too. Me as well. T-Buck says, modern guns, destruction, the hype is real. I think what really stood out to me watching it this time back is we're going across all of the U.S. biomes, right? So we are getting up what looks like maybe the deserts of Las Vegas. We are in the Mountain West. Maybe that's Colorado, the Sierras or something like that. The Rockies. We are on the East Coast, clearly. That looks like Los Angeles or Miami right there. In fact, let's go back. And why do I say that? Because the palm, there's the East Coast. Right there. See the palm trees? Let's see if we can figure out where this is, actually. Is there anything? Oh, is this? Oh, this might be, maybe we're going back and forth. I think this is probably like the Middle East or something, right? So we're probably jumping back and forth. Yeah, that's not the U.S. This is, though. Don't know if that is. That's the U.S. as well. That is. So hold on. Let's go. See, that might be like the Middle East that we're in or something. Let's see. Hold on. I want to go back to the, I'm going to hit pause. Oh, right there. That's what I want to see. I want to see the mountains. Where is this? I don't know. I don't know where that is, but I want to go there. Hold on. Let me do it again. Boom. Oh, it's just a glimpse. It's just a glimpse. Maybe that's like Eastern Europe too. Maybe that's not the U.S. I was assuming it's the U.S., but actually with these palm trees and stuff, that might be the Middle East. So we might be fighting the war on two fronts, and there's like terrorists in the U.S. side. Dude, that's got to be the Hoover Dam, right? It's gotta be. Black Knight is here in the house. What's up, bros? What is up, Black Knight? How you doing? Welcome back. We're just watching together again the Battlefield campaign trailer. Tomorrow we've got the Battlefield 6 multiplayer. Yeah, curious though, is anybody not excited after watching this trailer? And I'd be curious why. In the Battlefield President voice, this is Mark M. In the Battlefield President voice for the PlayStation fanboys, I have a message. It's over. I see what you did there. For the PlayStation fanboys, I have a message. It's over. You could do that with anything, right? You could do that. Hold on. Should we go to that part? Dude, that actually should become a meme.
We're ready, Mr. President.
Here it is. Dude, let's watch
My fellow
this
citizens.
back again. That is
Today
freaking
represents
epic.
a dark day in our history. With this monstrous, unprovoked attack, no country is safe from their reach. For all those serving on our behalf, our prayers go with you.
There, look.
For the Pax Armada mercenaries who are watching now,
Pax
I
Armada.
have a message. It's over.
It's over.
Let's get to work.
He just needs to drop the B word there. It's over, bitches. It's over. Oh, that's so good. I think it's the fact that it does take place, at least part of these levels are in the U.S. I think that's what makes this extra interesting. But I think they nailed the tone. I think they nail the intensity. I think they're going the Michael Bay film route that Call of Duty does with its campaign modes. And I am here for it. Again, I did not expect to be this excited about Battlefield 6. The campaign, the multiplayer, I expected to be excited about, but the Battlefield, but the campaign, I just didn't. Black Knight says, "Is it true that the beta info will be out this weekend?" Yeah. Tomorrow's the reveal, and then we'll probably get beta info, and we may even get beta access after tomorrow. It's going to be very interesting, maybe this weekend. So super stoked for that. King Crusher says the last one looked good too. I'm waiting until I can play a demo. I hope it's amazing. Yeah. The leaks that we've seen from multiplayer so far look really good. It's going to be interesting to see if it lives up to the hype. They're always really good. I say this all the time. Battlefield is always good at bringing the hype. No doubt. Really, really good. Which brings us to some of the leaks that we've got about the Battlefield BR mode. So tomorrow we'll find out if this is true or not. This is from Modern Warzone. I covered it in this morning's video. Battlefield 6 Battle Royale is set to feature 100 players in each match, with matches lasting around 25 minutes on average. So let's stop that there. 100 players on a match for Battle Royale. Totally good. It's going to be what, two on two? How will it work? How will it work? I guess we'll learn on that. But 100 players, 25 minutes on average. 25 minutes is fine. That's a good time for a multiplayer match. This is the part that, if true and done correctly, could set it apart. The majority of the BR map is destructible, including major buildings. Now, the disclaimer on this leak is this is all subject to change by full release, which is hilarious. Like, disclaimer, this may not be true. Disclaimer. I mean, it is true that whatever starts out as something that is being worked on can change by the time that it's done. It just makes me laugh that that's included in this leak, because basically you could change that language to just say disclaimer, this may or may not be true. That's it. Dark Knight says, I'm intrigued with this Battle Royale. Dark Knight, what is the best Battle Royale? Who does it best at the moment, in your opinion? And do you still regularly play battle royales? And if not, does this get you back into it? And is it, because I would have thought that an extraction game or mode, and they may have an extraction mode, would be the route to go. That seems to me to be the future. But then again, if you look at Warzone, absolutely crushing it. So if you can bring that up, I mean, it's a revenue source for you. A revenue source. Is Battlefield 6 really coming out this year? Game on Jesse? Yes, sir, it is. We're getting the multiplayer reveal tomorrow. That's gonna be exciting. T-Buck says, I still play PUBG on and off. Dude, remember when PUBG first dropped? How fun. Like, it was so new and fresh, this mode of looking out for yourself and just trying to survive to the end. Yourself and your buddies. Taking a frying pan to the face or laying a frying pan out to the face. Like that. That's what a new mode that is well done brings you. It's going to be interesting to see I think Extraction is the newest mode in the first person shooter genre. What comes next? Can't even think of it. Couldn't even think of Battle Royale when Battle Royale came. It's just a fun game mode. Talos Ray is here in the house. Welcome, Talos Ray. He says, hello, X1 the Gamer in chat. Hello, Mr. Talos Ray. Thank you very much for being here. Who Likes Chicken is here. Battlefield BR Firestorm was actually really effing good when it worked. Unresolved bugs for months at a time killed it. I remember my brother played it quite a bit and liked it, said the same thing. I like it when it works. In fact, I think you stole that quote from him. No, I remember a lot of people saying that. Major Nick says, Battle Royale and Extraction make me worried about achievements. 2042 had Extraction achievements I will never get. It does suck that some achievements are so hard and other achievements are so easy. Like there should, and I know that there's rarity attached to it, but do people care about the rarity? Like, it's why the better score is the true achievement score from trueachievements.com. For those of you that don't know what that is, they weight achievements based on how many people have them, i.e., easier achievements are worth less, harder achievements, more rare achievements are worth more. I think that's the correct way to do it. I would love to see Xbox go to that model. I think that and then have it over time. So like your score could be going up or down dynamically based on how many people are getting achievements that you get. You know what I mean? I think it would be cool. I think it makes, the achievements and achievement scores still super cool. Love getting achievements. There's like a dopamine hit every time you do. But the extraction mode in 2042 was white hot dog crap, says T-Bucks. Not mincing words. Buren Maynard is here. Do you think that Battlefield 6 will actually compete with Call of Duty this year? I see it every year where people think Call of Duty is cooked when a Battlefield is shown off. So, compete with them doesn't mean destroy them, right? So, like, is Call of Duty cooked? No. I think it's the Call of Duty only gets taken down after years of mismanagement and years of competition doing it better. And that's not yet happened. And so if Battlefield 6, let's pretend Battlefield 6 is more fun for a minute than Call of Duty, and everybody loves it. Is Call of Duty dead? No. Call of Duty is still going to retain their numbers. Battlefield 6 is going to see a big bump, but Battlefield 6 is going to have to continually pump out content the same way that Call of Duty does, in my opinion. Consistent and be consistently better over time to make it a dent in that armor. That is the power of the Call of Duty brand. That is the power of where Call of Duty's at. When you have the market cornered, you have a lot of wiggle room. You can mess up. You can mess up repeatedly because if the other person is not taking advantage of that repeatedly, you're still going to own the market. Like you're still going to corner it. The next big mode no one knows they're waiting for, this is who likes chicken, is for an evolution of Halo 5's Warzone, near perfect PvPvE. I would agree with that. An underrated mode that it was and is a ton of fun. I agree with that 100% who likes chicken. Dark Knight says, last BR I played daily was PUBG when it came out, dude. Those days. Days never to be forgotten. The days of our youth. The days of the PUBG introduction into the world. when streaming was new and fresh and actually entertaining, and you could go and just hang out with people and watch stuff, and there wasn't annoying hot tub streams everywhere and drama between streamers. Twitch was raw. It was real. It was good. I think more people want to see Call of Duty fail because Microsoft owned its game. I mean, I don't doubt that. I think there is a underdog aspect or that people have when it comes to their attitudes towards Microsoft. I.e., I would love to see the big dog be taken down because it's Microsoft. I actually think it's because Xbox is an American company. That's it. I really do. I think that there is a snobbishness about Eastern developers. I'm granted, well deserved at this point. Eastern developers are absolutely crushing it. But let's say in the past where Western developers are on par and doing really well. I think that Sony has the pass it gets amongst journalists because the foreign is exotic. Many gaming journalists are out of San Francisco. They're out of the U.S., Minnesota, California, and New York. And the foreign is attractive. And so, not to mention, I mean, PlayStation absolutely crushed it. But in that respect, I think that Xbox does not get the benefit of the doubt because it's an American company, and those journalists don't give them the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? Like, you're always harshest on your own, if that makes sense. Riley Maxwell is here in the house. Hey, X1, been watching your channel for a while now. Like the content. I swear I don't understand the hype over shooters. Or it could be that I'm just not good at them. I mean, we do tend, Riley, that's fair. We do tend to like games that we're good at. It's no fun sucking at a game, that's for sure. Yeah, I used to be more into shooters than I am now. I don't know if that it's a phase. Like, I think we all go through phases for sure where we prefer certain types of games over other types of games. There was a point in time in my life where all I played was strategy, real-time strategy, turn-based strategy games. That was my go-to. Then there was a time where all I played was Battlefield and Battlefield multiplayer. And then all I played was multiplayer games. I never played single-player games. And now, most recently, I'm basically, outside of college football, I'm not playing multiplayer games that much. I'm playing single-player games. So I think it's the season of life that you're in, what your situation in life is, as to what games you play, what genre of games. Riley Maxwell says, I love Farming Sim. Dude, Farming Sim is fun. Farming Sim, the first time Farming Sim dropped, we all made fun of it, and then we played it, and then we were hooked, and it was actually really, really fun. So, Talos Ray says the whole slate is coming to Xbox. It's got ponies closing their channels. PS5. So the news from PlayStation. This is something that we went over in this morning's video. They're hiring. They are hiring for. They have a job listing over on LinkedIn, and the position is about managing their ports out beyond Xbox, or not Xbox, beyond PlayStation. This includes, it says explicitly in the job position that they're targeting Xbox as one of those things. I mean, PC, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, etc., etc. But Xbox was explicitly listed or mentioned there. I think long-term, Sony has to make the move. I do. I think it represents we're living through a huge shift in the console strategy at the moment. And I think because Xbox was behind, they had this flexibility in that, hey, let's try this new way. We've got nothing to lose. We're behind in the console wars. I mean, we're still wildly successful, but we're behind. Sony is absolutely crushing it. So what do we need to do different? What does the future look like? And when you're that way, when you're the underdog and you're able to take risks that when you're on top, you tend not to because you're on top. We're doing everything right. Our model is the model everyone's following. So you don't take those risks. I think Xbox has changed the game and they've changed the dynamic. And I think because Game Pass is succeeding, I think because Forza Horizon 5 is the top selling game on PlayStation, number 2, I think. Because 7 of the top 10 games in the quarter 2 of 2025 are Xbox games over on PlayStation. And Xbox also has Game Pass. And all of those games are on Game Pass. And It's one giant marketing ploy. I think because of that, PlayStation is long-term is going to be forced to move. I think they're going to be forced to shift from from hardware to platform. A platform over hardware model. That's coming for everybody. I think Steam has a huge advantage in that department because that's already been their focus. And so they're able to be nimble and create the handheld, create the operating system, and go from there for sure. We've got Spider-Man. We've got Gears of War. We've got The Last of Us. We've got Horizon games, Zero Dawn. Which of the big titles, Helldivers, makes a lot of sense because it's a live service game. Now, a lot of people are saying, don't worry, this is just a live service game that they're bringing over to Xbox. I don't think so. I think at first, in the same way Xbox at first brought Sea of Thieves over to PlayStation, that makes sense. That makes the most sense. Here's the thing, though. Helldivers is going to be the top-selling game on Xbox when it drops. It just is. It's a fantastic game. And PlayStation is going to be able to look at that and be like, okay, Xbox has a point here. The difference between the two at the moment, in my opinion, is Xbox has an incentive because they have it's a funnel. That's all. They look at Game Pass is the end goal. Hey, we want you to subscribe to Game Pass. So our game, let's take Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones launches let's take Starfield actually. Starfield launches on Game Pass day one. 2 years later, 9 months later, a year and a half later, whatever the time is, Starfield eventually goes to PlayStation. It's a timed exclusive on Xbox. But X1, why would they do that if they want people to subscribe to Game Pass? Because they've got the exclusive bona fides out of that. They got the benefit of it being exclusive for that time period, whether it's a year, 2 years, 18 months, whatever it is. They've got the benefit out of that. Now we drop it on PlayStation. We get to sell it for dollars. Everybody buys it, picks it up. Those people, a chunk of those people become fans, super fans of the game, so that when we have the next iteration of that game, Forza Horizon 5 is probably the better example here. So that Forza Horizon 5, the top selling game, millions, 3 million plus sold on Sony, on PlayStation. Out of that 3 million, how many, when Forza Horizon 6 drops day one on Game Pass, come and subscribe on Game Pass? What percentage? A percentage is for sure going to. And that's why you do it. It only benefits you if you're Xbox. PlayStation is a little bit different of a situation at this point. And it's why I think long-term, they're going to be forced to create a Game Pass competitor. They just are. Well, they already have that with PS Plus. No, they don't. PS Plus is closer to EA Play than it is Game Pass, in that it's an archival service. It's not a gaming subscription service. Once they're going to have to open it up so that all their games drop day one on PS Plus, and then you can come talk to me. And then it makes sense for them to bring their games over on Xbox. But right now it would only be for numbers. You're not funneling those players on Xbox for anything. And those numbers would be huge, no doubt. But what's the end game? For Xbox, they already have that figured out. They have the funnel figured out. Top of funnel, players on PlayStation that buy our game. Eventually, we funnel them down into Game Pass when the next iteration of this game that they just discovered and played and are diehard fans about now drops on Game Pass exclusively. So, it's going to be exciting, though. It's going to be interesting. So, I do think eventually a Spider-Man, a God of War, or Horizon, yeah, I think eventually it comes over to Xbox. I just think that's the reality. They would all be top-selling games on Xbox as well, in the same way that Xbox games are top-selling on PlayStation. Xbox has proven the strategy at this point. The difference between the two is Xbox has that funnel set up. Trent Johnson in chat says, I heard that Helldivers 2 is mid. PlayStation should have it on Xbox. When we had people putting petitions online to get that game to come to Xbox, it would have did good numbers then. I think it's going to do good numbers now. I already signed up to play for it. I already signed up to buy it 100%. I think it's going to do really well. Let's take a look at some of the comments from the video about, actually we did a poll. Shall we take a look at the poll first? So we did a poll today. If you've not yet voted, go vote. Here's the poll. If PlayStation games come to Xbox, this poll has only been out for 3 hours, but we've got 200 votes already. If PlayStation games come to Xbox, what happens next? The options are console wars officially end, Game Pass becomes unstoppable, Sony launches its own Game Pass, nothing changes, exclusives still matter. Console wars officially end, 52%, Game Pass becomes unstoppable, 32%, Sony launches its own Game Pass 6% and nothing changes. Exclusive still matter. Now, these options are kind of not exclusive. All four of those, all three of those options could happen simultaneously. And even exclusive still mattering could happen in a way in that timed exclusives are a huge part of the strategy going forward, in my mind. Amir Lashani says Sony is dead. Really, you think so? I mean, I don't think so. I mean, they're far from dead. Just look at their numbers and everything. The part that I would say is just because you're on top now doesn't mean you're always on top, and things can change fast. And just because you're on the bottom now doesn't mean you'll always be on the bottom. Vince C says, no part in keeping older games to its own platform. Port to other platforms can get more sales and support the studio. That may be 100% the case. That is a great point, my friend. A great point, Vince C. Absolutely. Centurion for God. PS might as well adopt a console PC hybrid as well. I think everyone's going that route. I think PlayStation will go that route as well. And oh my goodness, we've got Phil Aroni dropping a super chat, our first super chat of the day. Huge shout out. Thank you very much, Phil Aroni. Let me drop, actually, let's drop some X1 facials. Phil Aroni, you deserve the X1 facials. There they are, right there. You get the X1 facials, guys. You get those emotes if you become a member. If you want to become a member, support the show, hit the join button below. You also get the loyalty badge as well. Phil Aroni says, with his super chat, I feel Microsoft and Sony after I feel with Microsoft and Sony after seeing how much Sony has to pay for the privilege of making Spider-Man and the upcoming Wolverine game and Blade IPs, and Blade rather, it's not going to be cost effective. Yeah, are you saying that they're going to have to, because of how much those games cost, they have to come over? So a Spider-Man has to come to Xbox for them to make their money back on IPs? You may be right there. I don't know the economics, but that doesn't sound incorrect at all. For a super chat, Phil Aroni, we're giving you the cowboy song. Here we go, baby. This is for you, Phil Aroni. Thank you very much for the super chat and the support.
What?
Oh man, that always gets to me. That always gets to me. Makes me emotional. Again, thank you very much, Phil Aroni, for that super chat. Let's take a look at comments here. There is still time. There is still time here to vote. Come and make your vote heard. In fact, let's hit refresh. 213. Did it go up? Did it go up? 239. Ooh, it went up. A bunch of people voted. It didn't really change the numbers here. We did get some new comments that we'll take a look at. Here, Dark Knight in the house. Pew Pew Padawan is here in the house as well. Pew Pew, welcome. Thank you very much, Mr. MMA, my main man. Thanks very much for joining us. Happy Wednesday. Jimmy Bonds, says Talos Ray. Jimmy Bonds. Let's get those likes up, people, says Dark Knight. 49 people in here. 33. I think we're at concurrent viewers. We're at 51. 51 viewers, baby. We'll do the 21 tongue salute if we can get to the singularity. The singularity is when likes match the amount of people watching live. We're at 51 live. We're only at 32 likes. We can get that number up, ladies and gentlemen. We can definitely get that number up. Let's take a look at some of the comments here on if PlayStation games come to Xbox, what happens next? Scott Free in the house says, only thing here is I very much doubt that Microsoft is going to pay Sony guaranteed money for PS games to be on Game Pass. And if they do, that's a Sony win, not a win for Game Pass in the end. Agreed. Those games are not coming to Game Pass. That's not. No. That's not the question. The question is, in the same way that Forza Horizon 5, that Indiana Jones, that Sea of Thieves all went to PlayStation, that Helldivers from PlayStation is coming to Xbox, do more of their big titles come over to Xbox? I think the answer is yes. Eventually. I don't think that's soon. I think it's eventually. Helldivers is the big test for them. Definitely won't go on Game Pass. It doesn't make sense for either party to put those games on Game Pass. Let's give Scott Free a like here as well. East 10th says, remember, the question is if PlayStation comes to Xbox, what happens next? And one of the options was console wars officially end. East 10th says it will become a power and features war. I will do you one better, East 10th. I think it becomes a value proposition war, which is a platform war. whose platform is more valuable, whose platform gives me the most bang for my buck. And right now, that's Xbox. Right now, that's Game Pass. That, I think, is undeniable. Deny it? Does anyone deny that? Let me know. Centurion for God is here in the house. What's up, Centurion? The only problem is how well our next-gen consoles sell. Let's face it, console gamers are cheap for the most part. Maybe. I don't think the focus is on next-gen consoles. I think the focus is on Game Pass. And I think Game Pass fits that moniker. I mean, fits that model. It fits the cheap console gamer model, really. So Jimmy Mack says console war has been dead for a while. I don't think much changes outside of the Twitter and YouTube space. Agreed. Console war has been over for years. Xbox lost miserably. The Pews. Well, we'll give him a down. We'll give the Pews. You got a down vote there. I mean, I don't think they lost miserably. They definitely lost, though. And I think actually them losing is what has forced the move to Game Pass. And now I think they're leading in the industry in the same way that the 360 led in the industry with online, with Xbox Live, with online play. Absolutely. Centurion says, but you need a platform for Game Pass. You do, no doubt. But remember, that platform is now on things like Kindle Fire and increasingly excellent with streaming on Kindle Fire. It's built into your LG and Samsung TVs. It's on the PC app for the Game Pass app, the Xbox app for PC. It's on cloud gaming via my web browser here on my Mac. So, yeah, I don't disagree. You need a platform for Game Pass, but that model's quickly changing as well. And if has anybody played GeForce Now? Play GeForce Now. If you don't think cloud gaming is the future, I highly encourage you. Because I always thought, will it ever be? Is it kind of gimmicky? Then I played GeForce Now, and it made me a true believer. It was amazing. In fact, it was a Battlefield game that I tried GeForce Now on. The Battlefield 2042 multiplayer. To see, like, okay, how does it handle this? Dude, you're playing. It's like you're playing there in person on a ballsy computer. It's amazing. Dark Knight says, Saya said they have 500 million subscribers across all available devices. Absolutely massive. Absolutely massive if that's the case. Philaroni, it's only good in the right locations. You're talking about cloud gaming. Hashtag worked at Microsoft in Azure. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. I think we will be getting those announcements at Gamescom for the handheld. Are we talking about the handheld, Dark Knight? Centurion for God, you would be super cheap to play on a weak cloud device. If you want great performance, you need a console or PC. Disagree, Centurion. I'm telling you, go play GeForce Now. Just go. Take 10 minutes, sign up for the demo, take 10 minutes, and go play it. And prepare. Let me warn you, prepare to have your mind blown. MBJ, mind blow job. You're about to get one, dude. Go try it. And it will blow your mind. And that's the future of gaming. I think the future is in cloud. It's just a matter of time before we get there. Philaroni says, look at what every company is doing. Data centers, nuclear reactors to power them. Yeah, I mean, it's because the future is cloud. That is it. PS5 is the best console, but Xbox is Microsoft, so they kind of have the PC market on lockdown too. It's like a well-reasoned comment there, Matthias. Thank you very much. This is on our poll today, guys. If you haven't voted on the poll, if PlayStation games were to come to Xbox, what happens next? It's over on my channel. In fact, just click my giant head there. We're at 241 votes now. It just went up a few hours ago. Trent Johnson says it's only a matter of time before Xbox players casually boot up Steam and dive into games that were once PlayStation exclusive. Sony's been handing out PC ports like candy lately, and let's be real, they're not doing it for charity. If PlayStation suddenly slammed the brakes on that strategy, it wouldn't just be a misstep. It'd be corporate self-sabotage. Meanwhile, Xbox is busy cozying up to every platform possible, building a future where access is king. For Sony, continuing PC support isn't just smart, it's their lifeline in a gaming ecosystem that doesn't care for walled gardens anymore. Well said. Very well said. This dude gets a heart. I'm going to actually respond. Very well said. Very well said. Yeah, the gaming industry, the gaming landscape is changing under our feet. We're living through it. It's massive. We're seeing this massive shift, not just in gaming, but in the tech space. We're seeing it across. We're seeing it in the creative space. Here on YouTube, on Twitter, on TikTok, on Twitch. Streamers, content creators that are huge now will not be huge in 5 years. Not all of them. Some of them will. You'll have to adjust, though. If you don't adjust, changes are coming in so quickly. If you don't adjust to those changes, if you don't utilize and take advantage of those changes, you're going to be overshadowed by everybody else who does. And that's just the reality. It's a massive change across multiple industries that we're living through. I think it's exciting myself. I think it's really exciting. I think it's historic. I think we're living, it's like us living during the Industrial Revolution, but we're living now. I don't know what revolution that we call this, the AI revolution. I don't know what we call it. What we're living through now is that big of a deal. Like the world is about to change forever, and everything's about to be shaken up. And that sounds like some people would be like, well, that's not good. I'm scared. I'm so scared. I'm not scared at all. I'm excited, dude. This is exciting. It's exciting times. Dion Hayes says, looking to see if it'll come soon to the Roku TV, just like the Fire TV. It will sell like hotcakes. Xbox Game Pass, that is. Agreed, my friend. Agreed. I think it's going to be on all those devices soon. 100%, Dion. Welcome to the chat. Centurion of God, did you see the Colt Eastwood next gen specs video? I did not. It is on my watch later list, though. I did not yet. We did get another super chat. We got another super chat from the one and only Philaroni. Philaroni, thank you very much. Oh, this makes him number one, by the way. The super chats get you number one. He's number one on the leaderboard. Yeah. Philaroni says, PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 times the PS3 was the better console, but not the best system. That is a fantastic point. That is a fantastic point. Well said, my friend. And Philaroni, that gets you some Jimmy Barnes. What? Thank you very much, Philaroni. Appreciate it. Appreciate it very much. The super chat there, my friend. Vinci says, honestly, speaking of PlayStation 5, it's been a big disappointment. I bought it without second thought when it released because of how great the PS4 era was. Absolutely great. I'm not getting any PS console again, or at least not day one. Yeah, I mean, that has been a complaint and a legitimate complaint. Oh, my goodness, I have this over here. I have it over here. There we go. I just have to take it off the screen. That's the background studio. The background studio. Yeah, I mean, that's been a legitimate complaint. Where is our next gen games? I think Xbox has a few. In fairness, I think PlayStation has a few, but what they don't have is the level, like the God of War level that was PlayStation 4, the Spider-Man level that was PlayStation 4. I mean, I guess and I think the other thing is Xbox just has a bunch of developers that they've picked up, scooped up, that are huge. And so Xbox is pumping out content left and right. And so that old model of taking, having one huge game drop a year, I don't think works in a subscription era as well. It's going to be really interesting to see, though. It is definitely going to be interesting. Jake Tupua. Sorry, I'm stuttering there. Jake, that was something. That's Jimmy Bonds, baby. Jimmy Bonds. Sandwich 14 is here in the house. PlayStation is dead. I don't think that they're dead. I do think they're going to be forced to change, though. Legitimately. I think, again, I've said it before, I think Xbox is leading the way. I think they're leading the way in a big way. And I think the future is going to look completely different than it does today. Let me actually recap one more time for those who are just entering. This is the poll that we dropped 4 hours ago. 244 votes so far. If PlayStation games come to Xbox, what happened next? Overwhelmingly, the console wars officially end. Game Pass becomes unstoppable is number 2. Nothing changes is number 3. And finally, Sony launches its own Game Pass in at number 4. If you want to participate, we're going to be dropping polls much more regularly on the community tab on the channel, so make sure you hit up those polls when you see them. Tell us what you think. We'll be utilizing them in the videos. As you see, we'll be going through and looking at your comments as well. Whew. It's exciting times, guys. It's exciting times. If you're not excited to be a gamer and you're one of those dudes that are just on social media and you're like smashing on everybody that plays games that you don't like or is on systems you don't like, you're a loser, man. Like, take a step back, take a deep breath, and enjoy games. It is a fun time to be alive in 2025. It is so exciting to see what's coming down the pike, to see the changes that are coming, to see us get more access, to see the walled gardens go down. I think that's all exciting. Does anybody not think that's exciting? Does anybody in chat think that the direction that removing walled gardens is actually the incorrect move? I'd be very interested in your perspective as to why you think that is the case. Like, what is the negative for us as consumers specifically of walled gardens being removed ultimately? Mysterious, good morning. What do you think of this new rule of the Xbox Safe Act? So I don't know too much about it, and I don't know, there are obviously different rules in Europe and the UK. I don't know if Xbox is trying to get ahead of something in the UK or if there's a legislation in the UK. I've not looked too deep into it. For those of you that don't know, the Xbox Safe Act, and correct me if I'm wrong, anyone in chat, but it basically puts age restrictions on online stuff in the UK. An age verification, or age verification rather, on online stuff in the UK. Would love to. I haven't dived deep into it. We'll see. Does it have ramifications for the US? It may. I don't think it does. I think if the US was doing it, it would have much more far-reaching consequences. I'm sure whatever they're doing is to satisfy some regulation in the UK. Dark Knight says, yeah, it's mainly due to a rule that came down in the UK that will only take effect in the UK. Yeah, so there you go. What do you think of it, though? Anybody in the UK? What is your understanding of it? Maybe explain it to me a little better. I've not done a deep dive on that at all. Maybe we should do one. But Mysterious, yeah, what do you think about it? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Have you had to experience it yet? Black Knight says UK is getting boned online. Spotify, Wiki, YouTube. Yeah. So does it include, does it take effect for all online platforms? And I would imagine all online platforms like, we're not going to do this, right? It's Steam got hit as well, says Filaroni. Oh, interesting. Black Knight says, yeah, almost everything. Mysterious says, I'm from the UK and it sucks. Yeah, that sucks, dude. Yeah, I'll have to do a deep dive. In fact, maybe we'll do a video on it and a deep dive and see what it is. That actually sounds right on my wheelhouse, to have a really strong opinion on another country's legislation and regulation that I'm not a part of. Can I rant here real quick? So I deal in my job with a lot of people from a lot of different countries. It's just the nature of my job. And here is my rant. Because the US is the world's lone superpower, #America, because the US is the world's entertainment hegemony, like, it's a big word, everybody. It's a big hegemony. I went to college. It means that, for those that maybe don't know, culturally speaking, like movies, music, television, everything you do online, from Google to YouTube to Android to Apple to Facebook to X, it is all it's all American. It's all American made. What I found is, in working with people from all across the world, particularly Europeans, and different European countries are different. Everybody has an opinion and is not afraid to express that opinion negatively or positively about the U.S. and U.S. politics. But the moment you slightly criticize any European country, or as an American, or Europeans lose their shit. And it's like, guys, you're doing it. You do it all the time. So, okay, sorry. You can crush me, but I can't crush you. Is really interesting. And it happens quite frequently, actually. Like, you would be surprised. I got blocked because I made a joke about Germans by this German dude who's pretty big. I won't name names. Pretty big in the space. And it was like this harmless joke. Meanwhile, the dude is talking about America and what politicians he prefers and bashing us all the time. And it's like, bro, Bro, what are you doing? Like, if you're going to dish it out, you should be able to take it, right? Anyways, it makes me laugh. Trent Johnson. Oh, did I read the reply to your comment? Let's check out, guys. Trent Johnson here, live, right now. He had the best comment on the poll, everybody. The absolute best comment on the poll. Here it is. Two replies. I said very well said. Oh, I didn't see your comment. Oh, I got to hit refresh. I'm a moron. Here we go. Oh, still just two replies. I did not see your comment, Mr. Trent Johnson. I apologize. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe it's in chat because I'm a moron. Again, I'm a moron. So anyways, long story short, I just try because of my experience with that, like, if you don't live in the country, like, so I try not to criticize because I'm not living there. It doesn't affect me unless it does affect me. Then I'm pissed. Maybe that's why everyone is so all the time in U.S. stuff, because U.S. maybe what happens here does affect them. I don't know, but I try not to comment on other countries because that's a huge pet peeve of mine. Because and with such like double standardness. Anyways, that's it. That's all I have to say on the matter. We'll leave it at that. UK is trying to ban VPNs as well. Mysterious says, "Wow, they're like sticking their hand in the river and trying to stop the water from flowing. Like it's going to be next to impossible to do. Like that's really interesting. So I agree. Peanut butter isn't the same anymore. Oh, Talos Ray says peanut butter in Australia isn't the same anymore. Dude, you want to know something? Is this from the UK? Nutella? Nutella is so good, dude. Nutella, what the UK has brought us is Nutella, and also Crunchies, everybody, and Arrows. Oh my goodness, that is one thing. Europe and the UK destroys the US in chocolate. And I don't know what is the reason for that, because they're all companies. They're all like these major global corporations, but they only let certain chocolates and candy go to certain countries. What is that about? I don't know. All right, we're getting way off topic here. It is past my bedtime, everybody. I love hanging out with you guys. Thank you. Every Monday and Wednesday, we are here live on this channel. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate all of the support. Appreciate watching the videos. We've got a video dropping tomorrow. You're not going to want to miss it. We're going over the Q2 numbers in depth from PlayStation. There's some big stuff there. We're going over an Expedition 33. We talked about it. An Expedition 33 patch dropping first thing in the morning as well. So make sure you check it out. If you like what we're doing, again, don't forget to hit the like button here, but also subscribe, share us with your friends, and consider becoming a member. Dark Knight is a member right there in chat. That's the loyalty badge you get. It levels up. It evolves over time. You also get access, everyone, to these sweet, sweet emotes. They are Xbox-centric. They are X1 the Gamer-centric and Xbox-centric. And there they are right there. So appreciate everybody's support. Appreciate the Super Chats tonight. Appreciate the subscriptions, the subscribers, the new members. Thank you very much, guys. Happy Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. Have a great rest of your week tomorrow. Don't miss out. I'll be on the X1 Bros podcast. Head over to their channel. Head over to the X1 Bros channel. Check us out. We'll be going over everything. It's always a good time. It's fun. Who knows what kind of shenanigans we'll get in over there. But thanks very much. Have a good one. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.